that I can take this one action, this final action, and make some good, leave the world a better place than I found it. Makes me feel better. It really, really does. And that helps. That helps in the process of that I'm going through, of dying, is knowing, you know what, in the end, this is going to be a better place because of my actions, of my choice. I called one place and I was like, yeah, I want to do green burial. I don't want to be embalmed. I don't want a coffin. I don't want a vault. And the person was like, well, we have to do vaults. I was like, well, that's not green. Like, you're advertising as a green burial spot, and a concrete vault, there's no way that's a green burial. So I was like, trying to, find what is this way I'm going to get a natural green burial. Because at that point, again, I still didn't have any idea that, I was like, human composting, which I kept saying, this is what I want to do. This is what I'm hoping for, but doesn't look like it's a possibility. And it wasn't until I called Mueller Funeral Home, and I remember saying, I was like, okay, so I'm looking for a natural burial, green burial. And then I said, well, in all honesty, what I really want to do is human composting, but that's not legal. And all of a sudden, that was the first time I got well, we can work with that. And all of a sudden, this door that I thought had been shut had opened back up. And, so when I talked to Mueller Funeral Homes, and found out that this could actually be an option, I got really excited. Now, like my wife says, okay, it's kind of weird the way you get excited about human compost. I mean, that might be the weird part about, when I start talking about this, I get like a little glint in my eye and stuff. I get all excited about it. That might be odd. Again, along the journey, I didn't know exactly what it was I wanted to buy, but what you were trying to, what they were trying to sell me was not what I wanted. And that's frustrating, to not have, and then and to find out that Minnesota doesn't have this option is, why not? It's an option. It's not a, you have to do this, but why wouldn't it be an option? Why wouldn't it be something that people could choose? Because I think, again, not everyone's going to choose it. It's not going to be for everyone, but you know what? It's going to be for some people. They hear about them, they're like, that sounds exactly like what I want to do. And I get pumped. I get excited when they like, ooh, they want to. I'm like, hey, honey, look, they want to do this too, and it just, why wouldn't it be an option as opposed to acres of tombstones and graveyard that I don't want to, you get to choose what you want to do. That's the beauty of it. But I won't lie when I say I don't understand why we're all this land, that's it. That's all it can do. It's not a habitat for anybody. It's not animals or animals or anything like that. It's not really doing anything all that good for the earth. And frankly, it needs a lot of water to keep the grass growing. It's not sustainable. We can't do it. We can't keep doing things this way. And we need to come up with alternatives. And this seems like a great alternative. The transition's already there. And what comes out of it is this really nutrient-dense compost, soil, whatever you want to call it, that is not, it's good. It's good for the environment. What's the old saying? Leave the world a better place than you found it. And with this, whatever I've done before that helped or hurt, but this act, I can at least go out on a high note and say I have left the world just a little bit better than when I found it.